Hello. 2.185 kilograms. KGS. Ayo. What's up, Nate? What's up, Abby? Happy Friday, besties. I agree. Good morning, Jitol. Mark the Frog. Good morning, Hoodooer. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? I don't know. I've been away for about 20 minutes. I got up at 7:30. I guess 30 minutes. I got up at 7:30, took the trash out. Trash day. I almost forgot. Then brushed my teeth and came in here. So nothing's up yet. It's too early. I haven't. Backup transformers to the power substation. Delivery mission, huh? Needs to go there. Need to come from here to here. How big are these bad boys? They're not very big. And they are at the main power substation. What's close to that? Countryside base. Wait. Where's the industrial base? Industrial transfers. Industrial base over there. Probably do this. Let's grab a mule, I guess, and head over there. Although I think the mule's out somewhere in the world doing... fuck it. Good morning from Nacogdoches. Holy shit. Hello, Nacogdoches. How's East Texas doing this morning? You know, there was a time, third string, when the state of Texas wanted Nacogdoches to be the capital over Austin because Austin was kind of in the middle of nowhere in a little podunk shit town. And so, but the city of Austin held on and was like, absolutely not. We're the fucking capital. You're not taking that from us. And they actually representatives came to the state, to the city to take the state records and move them to Nacogdoches to make Nacogdoches the capital. And Austinites fought them off. Like, literally fought them off and sent them home and said, don't come back. And that's why Nacogdoches isn't the state capital of Texas. At least as I remember it from years and years and years ago of a history class. This is just a white t-shirt. That's all I own. I discovered a while back. I don't like wearing logos anymore. I never have been. If it's not like a band I'm trying to help support, grow, or, a production, I don't like wearing logos. So I think, let's see how this goes. Is that the what? Nah. I could go the long way, just do the roadway all the way around. Or, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's have an easy little drive and leisurely. I don't even know where we're going and when we get it. Yeah. Good morning. All black, no logos is my brand. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so anyway, I discovered a while back when I was shopping with my wife that Michael's, the fabrics, not fabric, but I guess like the craft store, Michael's, they sell like Gildan, like cheap Gildan t-shirts, fashion t-shirts, I think they call them, for like decoupage or, I don't know, whatever it is people do with shirts at a craft store. But they sell them for $3. And so twice a year, I go down to Michael's and I buy like 7 white t-shirts and 3 black t-shirts, and then I wear them until they fall apart or stretch weird or whatever, and then I donate them and buy more. That way I always have relatively new, clean t-shirts, and I don't have to pay, because fucking t-shirts are getting expensive. Like, if you just want to wear plain colored t-shirts, that used to be like an $8 job. Now it's like $15, $16 for a fucking white Hanes t-shirt. It's ridiculous. So anyway, all of my shirts are $3, and I buy them from Michaels. And then the hat is just my newest hat. I'll switch it up with a different hat when I get bored of it. I change hats every few months. Thanks for the info about roadcrafting last week. I thought it was, I bought it over the weekend. And oh, hell yeah. 6 hours. That's great. That's great. What about my fashion brand? Well, that's done. I don't wear this. I don't have, well, I guess I still have some of them, but the whole point of that fashion brand, I mean, I really enjoyed doing it. It was a fun, creative exercise, and it made me feel, I don't know, like an important fashion guy for a little while. But the main point, like that whole thing started because Ezra Cooperstein, who used to be the CEO of Rooster Teeth, was mad at me because I refused to wear Rooster Teeth clothes on camera. And he's like, you're not helping the company out. You need to wear clothes that we make. And I was like, I just can't. I don't want to wear something with my logo on it. It just feels weird. And he said, well, make shirts that you will wear. And I said, okay. So that's how the whole Jeff Fashion brand started in the first place. Mixed feelings. He was an icon in pro wrestling, and no one can take that away. Yeah. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but the back half of that guy's career was, pretty offensive. And did a lot to damage the front half of it. Well, the point is, this is just good business. I get it. I don't disagree with it. I just, I'm a bit of a contrarian, and I can't sometimes do the good, easy thing. I can't let myself. But the general line of thinking with that is, if you turn on a Play Pals video, and Michael and Gavin, like Michael's wearing a Team Nice Dynamite shirt, and Gavin's wearing a Salad Chalice shirt or whatever, you'll look at that and go, oh, that's a cool shirt. I do want that. And subconsciously or consciously, it'll enter into your head that you want it. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. It wasn't, nothing about it is hard. These aren't hard things, but it was weird to grow up a child of the 70s and the 80s, where Hulk Hogan was, a real American hero for us in the 80s when he fought the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden, and he was in Rocky 3, and he was everywhere, and he was a legit American icon. And then so I grew up with him being a legit American icon, and then as I became an adult, I got to learn. Is this where I want to be? Yeah. Let me back up though. It makes sense, and it's the right thing to do as a business. It's smart. It wasn't wrong to want me to wear shirts. He was 100% right. And, it's another thing that was nice about Rooster Teeth is... Oh, shit. Well, I need to take them here. But let's see if I can... Am I a big enough boy to pick this up? Maybe this was a good that I went the wrong way first. That's a tight fit, huh? I don't think of what I want to do. We'll drive over here. See what's up with this. Until you finish SnowRunner, you're never going to finish SnowRunner. There's no such thing. It's going to take like 1,000 hours and they continually update it. There's 16 seasons on SnowRunner. One of my favorite T-shirts is a Jeff shirt, so thank you. Oh, no problem, random. Pathological demand avoidance, Ramsey. Do I care much for At the Drive-In? You know what? At the time they were a band, At the Drive-In and the Mars Volta who came after them were not my thing. That was like the newer side of emo screamo that I was more of a Rites of Spring guy, and I wasn't into it at all. And so I largely ignored it when they were popular. And I even have a friend who was their roadie for a long time and really has nothing but nice things to say about them. But so I never really listened to them or paid much attention to them. Once again, I have trouble liking things when I'm supposed to like them. I don't know why. I really don't. It usually takes a musician to die for me to start to enjoy them. Because I'm like, oh, I guess I should have given them a chance when they were alive. And then I find out I really like them. But now, I do. I have started to enjoy them later in life. And I realized that I wasted an opportunity to enjoy them when they were around. Which is like most things I do. Waste opportunity. Leaving Colorado for Michigan sounds sad. That's leaving one green paradise for another. Although I will say you're leaving mountains in Michigan, or in Colorado, that you're not going to find in Michigan. I think the only mountains in Michigan are in the Upper Peninsula, and they're pretty small still. If you could ensure that you never saw an ad for one product again, what would it be? Oh, I don't care about ads. I'm Gen X, man. I was raised on ads. They do not bother me. They go in one eyeball and out the other and have no effect on me. I'm not bothered or fussed by ads in any way. Am I going to have to clear? I am. Can I get through that way? I can't get through that way, though. You fucker. I'm going to have to deal with all this. Okay. Do I even need to go in here? I don't. I just need to go around it. So can I come around it from the outside? Can't go in that way. That's a no. Doesn't look like I can go in anywhere around here, right? Thank you, Fog of War. No. Interesting. So can I just pull this shit out of the way then? Just realized you can reel in the truck crane cable after watching the regulation video. Are door-to-door salesmen still a thing in the U.S.? Hawaii... Oh, Hawaii... Haven't seen them in New Zealand for maybe 10 years. They're a rare beast, if anything. Sometimes you get kids selling magazines. I've had that happen twice in the last few years, but not nearly as much as it used to. Sometimes you'll get like a dude. Can I even pull those? You'll get a dude who's like, do you want AT&T or Google Fiber? And you're like, nah, I already have it. And they're like, oh, okay. Nope, can't do that either. Well, how do I want to do this? Is there a... No. All right. Do I have a big crane out? Any chance? No. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a base. Oh, this base is right here. Well, I'm not gonna waste the... You know what? I am gonna waste it. Oh, well, you're right there. You're what I'm looking for. Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, I don't get any of that. Door-to-door pest control. In Jersey, I get a lot of people coming to the door trying to sell me on solar. Am I a board game guy? As much as the next guy, I guess. Not quite the same, but I get Shin Yen brochures at least twice a week. I remember Bernie and Gus wouldn't shut up about the when fiber. Yeah. 4 door-to-door guys a week. I don't. Definitely don't get that kind of action. I also just don't answer my door. Like my office is right above the front door, and I can see down there. And so, if it's somebody I don't recognize, I don't want to talk to. I'm not gonna walk all the way downstairs for a stranger that clearly has a fucking iPod in their hand or an iPad in their hand with a polo shirt on with a logo on it. No, thank you. I know what that's about, but it really doesn't happen often. And I feel like I'm in a neighborhood where it would. A lot of HVAC companies in Jersey. Me and my 8-month-old daughter love watching your streams. Oh, I'll tell your 8-month-old daughter I said hi, pensive. Not that they'll have any idea what that means or who I am, but that's lovely. Thank you for sharing that. The polo is the uniform shirt. I'm definitely not talking to some asshole about uniform. Combining the Powerball with the fabric farm uniform. Is it even... So I can't even... There's some real dickhead stuff here. All right, well. Do you think I can take it out? Sorry, I realize I'm making grunts, not full sentences here. I'm just trying to work through how I want to do this. Okay, that wasn't bad. They're little turds. Little babies. Why can't I raise the fuck... There we go. Why wasn't letting me do that earlier? Once again, this is not the end of the world. This is just a fun mechanic in the game. Shouldn't find this annoying. I should embrace this and have fun with it. Embrace this and have fun with it. Dad sounds. I'm going to have a great day today, Regulation Potato. I hope you do too. I got a good day ahead of me. We got a stream today. We were playing. I think it's well, I don't know if we've announced it, so I don't want to say it. But Gavin's streaming. We're streaming today at 4 on the Regulation Pod Twitch channel, like always. And then there's a Falcon event tonight. I'm going to try to make that, but I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to make it. And then as soon as I'm done streaming here, I'm going to run, take a shower, and get dressed, put a different white T-shirt on. And then I'm recording supplementals with the boys today. Jazzed about that. Always excited about filming supplementals. It's one of those, like, go days where... I'm going to be doing, if I do the Falcon event tonight, if I'm able to meet that, I'll be doing regulation content from 8 a.m. this morning here to 10 p.m. tonight, pretty much straight. Oh, thanks for the sub, Jack. Good way to spend a day. I'm jazzed. I'm really jazzed. There's nothing better than rolling into bed physically and mentally exhausted because of good work, you know? That may be one of my favorite feelings. I know I'm going to look back at today and say, I fucking streamed for 2 hours this morning, and then I recorded supplementals for 2 hours. Then I helped my wife set up a recording thing for her company. Then I ran to the office and streamed. And then I came home and streamed again. That's a good day. Meetings till noon. I will say that the best part, one of the low-key best parts of the whole situation that we find ourselves in, and there's not a lot of best when you're talking about like the company you created dissolving and Rooster Teeth going away, but one of the nice side effects of Rooster Teeth, of not being a part of it anymore, is that regulation has one meeting a week, and it takes about 15 minutes, and nobody wants to have it, so we get through it quickly. Why can't I raise my rope length? It's not letting me. I don't understand. Okay, well, fuck it. I do not like meetings, and I do not miss meetings. We will collaborate on building the definitive 2025 regulation playlist. That's what the Falcon event is tonight. That's right. I forgot about that. Very cool. Okay, so I guess we'll have this guy do it. He's pretty big and bulky, but I turn him around. Yeah. This guy is such a cool addition to the franchise, and I would love to have him in SnowRunner, but I feel like he would immediately be overpowered. Being able to spawn onto you in the world, that takes away half of the pain of SnowRunner. Nearly getting laid off is a terrible stress to live under. Glad things are going better now. And it really is barely ever 5 of us, too, because somebody's always out of town or dealing with something, so it's usually just 4 of us. Really? All right, hold on. Yeah, I should just do that anyway. Not what I was trying to do at all, but might as well. Well, I've definitely just put that in the way now. Fucking idiot. Idiot. Thank you. Oh, I grabbed the wrong... Thank you. When I became the creative director of Rooster Teeth, when I took that on for, it wasn't for very long, maybe a year or 2 years, my life went from making stuff, and I knew that this would be the case, and I was ready for it, but, or at least I thought I was ready for it, but my life went from making stuff every day to talking about making stuff every day, other people making stuff every day, which isn't the end of the world, but it resulted in the transition from literally creating, 2 to 4 hours of content a day every day for a decade or more to sitting in 7 hours of meetings a day about other people making content was not the funnest place to live. Okay. Okay. All right, so he makes it through without too much trouble. That's encouraging. Why did I say that? There we go. It's a little janky still. Need to get this door open more. All right, so he makes it through without too much trouble. I'm going to need you to pick stuff up. Thank you, big boy. All right. Man, there's so much metal to recycle here. If we ever run out of metal, we know where to go. All right. Is there a way out of here from here? I don't think there is. Yeah, seems pretty contained, unfortunately. We're gonna need some sort of a transport vehicle. Let's look in the shop. Okay, that would work. Could work. I don't think I can get the Wayfarer through there. I've already got the mule. Is the cargo truck any bigger, or is it... No. That's not bad. Too big. What's the difference between the... What is it? 4, 3, 2, 4, and then full on the others. And this is 3, 2, 3, 4, and no... Oh, that's not as... yeah. I'll waste my money on that guy. Don't want that. How big is that blade? Or big? Nah, not big enough. Crane truck, I don't know. No. 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 I'm just going around in a circle now, aren't I? I think I want to use this. No. Where the fucker I want to use go? This guy? No. Wait, this guy? No. Where did he... Scout with trailer. I don't remember seeing that. Interesting. Why am I not seeing the truck I saw? Am I crazy? This guy. Okay. It's the reason I wasn't clicking on it because this picture of the Prosecco shows a crane on the top, and this guy does not have one, so it must. But okay, we own him. Let's release him into the world. There you are. Whoa. Please move camera down left corner, please. If you want me to. nothing up there but a map and a vehicle prompt. But is that better for you guys to have me down there? I feel like it covers more of the game, but who's the most creative person I've ever worked with? What else can we tell? Top left is better. All right, I'm going back up top left. What else can we tell Jeff to do? Let's not find out. Let's not find out my limits. All right. I'm going to... Does this thing have it? No, it doesn't have shit. Okay. God, I love these fat tires, though. I need to get in here with a little dude, and it looks like I have a bunch of missions around this building now that I'm here, so I'm going to have to get somebody in here to clear that out a little bit more, but this is going to work for now. This thing reverses slow. You think middle, like, you think right about right here would be good? Let's do that from now on. Yeah, I feel like this is more of a sweet spot for us. We're going well here. All right. Yeah, I'm not. No. Okay. On my first day working at Costco, so I just wanted to ask. Oh, I didn't hear what you asked, but you got to come back and let us know what working at Costco is like. I feel like, thank you. I feel like that would be a cool job. Kind of along the lines of what I want to do when I retire. We'll go work at Menards, stock shelves. I think that Costco could be cool. And they seem to really take, I mean, everything I've read, right? I don't really know firsthand. I don't know anybody that works there. But from everything I've read, they seem to be a really good company that really takes care of their employees. So kudos to you for getting in that organization if it's as good as advertised. You know what? Just make this easier. Okay, there we go. Let's see a little bit better right here. There we go. God, I wonder if this truck's even big enough. It's kind of hard to, from this angle, line this up. Oh, wow. That's as good as it's going to get, huh? Okay. Where are we going to? So. A regular flatbed without guards. I got a few, but they're really big. They're really long. I don't mind taking 2 trips either, so I'm not trying to do it all at once. Thanks, Captain Petard. I like your name. Okay. Where are we now? Here we are. And we need to go. Not over here. Really? No. We need to go here. Those are both honestly pretty decent routes. I think I might. That one seems like it. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're gonna take one of them pretty soon. It'd be smarter to try to. I'd be more ambitious if I used a flatbed that could hold both of these at once. But what's ambition? Did you guys watch the new season premiere of South Park? I just watched it last night. Yeah, it was an all-timer for sure. It might be the ballsiest thing I've ever seen in entertainment. Heavy equipment transport? Yeah. I mean, well, let's see. I'd have to buy it. I don't think I have it, but it's fine. I just don't want to try to navigate a long bed through all this shit. There's all kinds of little annoyances to get stuck on. All right, left or right? Makes no difference to me. They seem like the same route. Seem equidistant. So you guys pick left or right. Where are we going to go? Go right. All right. I think right might be a little easier. The lefts were too late. Do you still watch Sunny? I mean, I don't watch reruns anymore like I used to watch religiously, you know. But there was a couple of years of my life when Sunny was always on in my house. But I'm watching the new season. Yeah, I mean, I've watched every season, right? I haven't watched any Sunny for a while because there hasn't been any Sunny to watch. But I'm 4 episodes into the new season, taking my time with it. I gotta say, I'm definitely enjoying it. I think it's pretty good. It feels like this season they're just, at least I'm only 4 episodes in, so I don't know if it's a trend that continues, but they seem to be lampooning other television shows and genres this season, which is fun to watch. You've been on vacation all week. You don't want it to end. Oh, only 4 are out? Oh, well, there you go. I thought the whole season was out, and I was just watching it slowly, but yeah, the EMT one was good. I like the Abbott Elementary crossover one because I just watched the first 2 episodes of Abbott Elementary with Emily the other day, and fuck, am I gonna make this? And getting the tone of that show, and then watching the Sunny version was very funny. Seeing those characters in the yeah. So the lefters were correct. Left was the way to go. It's the first time I've had that happen, but I've been waiting for it to happen because I knew it was a possibility at some point. Oh, well, thank you, Green. I think you're pretty swag yourself. All right, let's see if we can turn this around without too much trouble. Ooh, buddy. This is a cool truck. I'm glad I bought it. I like the front of it. Your students use slang you didn't understand. What slang did they use, and how old are you? Saber Chloe. The truck is a Gavin does. $160 hours of vacation when I hit your 20 years. Where have you been employed for 20 years? That's a long time. That's a rare thing. I assume you're talking about being employed at the same place for 20 years. If so, congratulations. That's a feat in itself. Machine shop. Is this game enjoyable for a solo player? I would say it's the most enjoyable of the Saber games solo player. Like, I played a lot of multiplayer SnowRunner and a decent amount of single player, and multiplayer's incomparably better. But in this game, I've only played multiplayer for 2 Let's Plays and 1 night with the Truck Boys, and every other experience I've had is probably 60 hours of single player, and it is just fine. Although when I'm sitting here streaming and talking to y'all, I don't feel like I'm playing single player. I feel like we're just hanging out, you know. I do love SnowRunner, but I don't know that I'll ever be able to go back after this. Roadcraft is really different. It's got the same DNA. It's got the same vibe and feel, but it's a different take. I would describe it, the way I've been describing it is this. Like, SnowRunner is all about getting equipment or supplies from point A to point B over difficult terrain. Roadcraft is about fixing the terrain so that other people, AI, can do that. You do it a little bit too, but mostly AI. AI. What am I saying AI? NPCs. You know what I mean. Everything's AI now. Phantom tax. Phantom tax. Oh. Yeah, I don't know that one. Do I sound super nasally compared to the regulation pod? Well, I did just wake up like an hour ago now. I'm glad you're here, lady. Thought your hair turning gray in real time. It's also a different mic, but I don't think it would make that much of a difference. Might just be time of day. That part of that bridge is hard to get over for some reason. Hard with every vehicle. Am I still going to speedway races? Yeah, we went to Cotton Bowl last Saturday for the dwarf cars. It was awesome. And I think we're going to go again at least once in August. We've already been trying to plan it. No, I'm not sick. I mean, my nose is a little stuffed up, but I think that's just allergies and barely being awake. But I feel like I sound the same as I do every day. Internally, on my side, I sound the same. I don't know if that... Yeah, I don't think anything changed on my setup. Go, dickhead. Fails of the week was a lot of fun. That was a good one. I was proud of that one. Schools and degrees are oversaturated, and the trades are already hurting real bad. Dude, that is no fucking joke. If I were coming up today in 2025 and I was, I guess, Gen Z or Gen Alpha looking at a career, I would probably go, well, I don't know, because I'm a fucking book nerd. And I would probably be tempted to go to college for some sort of literature degree. But I would probably go plumber or electrician in 2025, honestly. The people that are going to be doing the best in the world over the next 15 to 20 years are going to be the tradespeople. Those are the most important skills. And we are in short supply and getting shorter, honestly, because people are retiring and there aren't enough people entering the workforce to replace them. And so those are high demand, high skilled, high paying jobs. And I would probably jump at the chance in 2025 to have one. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll go up here. Yeah. Wait, where am I going? Yeah. Oh, so I just need to hit this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, got it. HVAC's the way to go. As cynical as it is, our world is only going to get hotter. It's a good call. Kids don't want to work. I've been hearing that sentiment. And believe me, I feel it. As a 50-year-old, I feel it. But I also try to keep in check and remind myself that also as a 50-year-old, I've been hearing the phrase, kids don't want to work my entire life. People said that about the silent generation, and the boomers were saying that about me and my generation as we were growing up, and they were saying it about millennials, and now we and millennials are saying it about Gen Z, and I think that just might be a universal truth that's always the case. But what do I know? Yeah, said by every older generation for thousands of years. I think we need trade skills, but also teach technical competency at a younger age. Yeah. Technology is here to stay, but it's also such a fabric of our lives that it's like imbued upon us that just by the course of living in society, I feel like. My daughter, the thing that's crazy about me, right? I'm a computer generation, right? 70s and 80s, desktop. That was how our businesses ran. That's how Rooster Teeth was created, working on desktops. And then at some point, I felt like millennials became a laptop generation, which is cool. And now watching my kid enter into her, she'll be 20 soon. She did her entirety of public school on a phone. Everything I do on a computer, on a desktop, the millennials do on a laptop, she does on an iPhone. And that just is a function of how her world works and how she adapts to it, and I feel like that's just kind of how it goes. Man, the second people want to work for people who respect them and their time on this planet, of course. That's what everybody wants. You're describing a perfect situation that doesn't exist very often in society. We're going off-road. The phone app is a rarely used thing on the phone. Having a job where clients don't get mad at you for things out of your control is difficult because oftentimes if your job is to interface with clients for a company, your job is to interface with them when things are out of control and calm them down and assuage them. And, it's rough. There's definitely a lot of element of truth to that, Booty Bandito, but I wouldn't say it's true as a I wouldn't say that's a universal truth. I think there are some people that have had, genuine experiences with younger generations that have framed their opinion in very personal, real ways, I just don't think that it ever changes. I do think that there's a lot of truth to somebody saying the younger generation doesn't want to work, but there was always truth to that. There was truth to it when I was a kid. There was truth to it when my parents were kids. I think it's there. I think it exists because I just don't think it has anything to do with a generation. I think it's just the normal course of a society. As a liquor distributor, did that mean were you one of the people that drives around the big truck and delivers liquor to locations? That seems like a cool job too. I might be a little old for that now in my 50s because of I don't know. I don't know that I'd physically be able to keep up with the young kids doing it, but that seems like a fun job. There are people who don't want to work of all ages. Ain't that the truth? There were people who didn't want to work at all ages, at every place I've ever worked, including Rooster Teeth. I don't think it's so many people. It's as many people as older generation try. Oh, I agree. I totally agree with you. I'm just saying that it's always, that is like, you could make that statement is true in 2025 and it's true in 2020 and it's true in 1985 and it's true in 1960. It's never not true. It's just the way it works. It's not any different in 2025 than it was in 1985, I guess is what I'm trying to say. At least I don't think so. Let's see if we can just... Boop. How much time we're saving on this shortcut. Boop. It's just something that you feel because it's your time to feel it, It's your time to experience it, but it's just something that every generation on Earth will and does experience. The thing that I wonder is if it is a lot of these are universal truths for our American lives or my American life. You all might not be American, but I wonder if these kinds of things are true elsewhere. Like, is that a very real concern in Pakistan, or in India, or in Kuala Lumpur, or in Malaysia, or in Costa Rica, or in El Salvador? Other places in the world, culturally, is it the same, I wonder? Now, I had an idea. I had an idea for how I wanted to do this. And let's see what you guys think. If I do this just right, and you're not going to be able to do this on a real job site because teleportation doesn't exist. But if I just set myself up so, right? And then I just recover this vehicle. Hey, what's up, Pink Fluffy? As Mark Twain once said, find a job you enjoy doing and you will never have to work a day in your life. Sounds all like he didn't want to work. Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's see if that worked. What do you say? We need to go to the mule. Boom. Done. I had the mule over here to move it off the truck if I needed to, but I don't need to. Okay. Dude, being out for 13, running the streets at 2 a.m. Oof. Kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was doing it too, but I never got caught. I will say that's a thing that I think I will generalize and say, in my experience, a difference between Generation X and my daughter's generation is that we tried a hell of a lot harder not to get caught when we did stuff wrong, I think. At least in my personal experience, I feel like we were a lot more nefarious and schemy. But that could just be me and my friends versus my daughter and her school, you know? Get you out of there. Well, yeah, we didn't put our stupidity on the... I mean, that might be part of it, too. It's like getting caught might seem like an inevitability when every second of your life is on a camera, but you also have a lot of control over that and allow that, so... Okay. Yeah, a lot of bad behavior is reinforced because of social media and the internet, unfortunately. It definitely... I don't understand why the fucking rope length won't go up when I'm... There you go. It all of a sudden doesn't want to work. What does my wife want? I was showing my wife this video that was all over TikTok yesterday of this dude doing a backflip on CNN and landing on his face. You probably saw it if you were on the internet yesterday. I guess he was a Savannah banana. Didn't know that. Bad behavior on the rise, yeah. Nope, this way. There you go. Back. Alright, nope, this way. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I just fucking had it and I fucked it up. There we go. Yeah. Fuck it. That's close. That's fine. It's not a tough drive. Don't buy anything below 300 Magoo. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, stay away from anything under 300 Magoo. Kids are dumb, that's for sure. Grown-ups are pretty dumb too, though. Truck around the Great 48? Hell yeah, Kawhi. I'm trying to plan another little road trip right now. A little work-related road trip. Nothing to announce yet, but I'm trying to put something on the books. There you go. Perfect. Perfect fit. I can't believe I was going to try to do this with a mule. Would have been a nightmare and a half. Is that a fit? No. It's not a gate, right? No. I'm a millennial who was really passionate about getting into the pharmacy field, graduated, but around the same time grew very pessimistic and lost most, if not all, my passion for the field. Got any advice? What was it that drew you to the career path in the first place, and can you reconnect with that? If it was helping people through medical issues or healing or the science of it all, I would try to reconnect with that. If that's not possible, maybe take some time. Maybe you just need a break. I know that breaks aren't always an easy thing to find in a life. Maybe switch careers up for a little bit and try to go back into it. Maybe you burned yourself out on it, going through the process of it, and I don't know. I don't know much about your field, unfortunately. Sometimes the biggest part of learning how to do something, even a career, is finding out that you don't want to do it. I thought I wanted to be a journalist. Spent most of my life thinking I was going to become a writer. My entire childhood. Joined the Army to become a writer. Found out what being a journalist was all about. Didn't want to be a journalist anymore. There for 5 years. Found it to be the opposite of creatively fulfilling. And didn't want to use those skills in that way anymore. Not really. Oh, well, what are we congratsing? Hold on, let me catch up. I'm officially 4 years sober today. I just wanted to say thank you for the inspiration you've given me and showing me that it's achievable. Oh, dude, that is fantastic, Mr. Snaps. Congratulations. 4 years. That is 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 6, 24. That's 140, 1,400 days sober, something like that. 1,440 or 1,450 days sober. That's a hell of a streak. And that is something that you should be exceptionally and exceedingly proud of yourself for, and you should allow yourself that feeling. You should be so fucking good to you today because you have been so good to you for 1,450 days or whatever it is. That's the good news of the day. I was a photojournalist. The photography part was fine, but in the Army, at least back then, I don't know what it's like now, but in the Army, you sign up to be either a 46 Quebec or a 46 Romeo. Romeo's broadcast journalism, TV news anchor shit. No interest in that. And 46 Quebec was journalism and photojournalism. And so you would what you did depended on where you were stationed, and you learned both elements of the career, and then you you used as appropriate. So the photography stuff just got better and better for me. And that was pretty creative. It was the expository journalistic writing that I did not like and that wore me down. It felt, I don't know, a lot more academic than I had anticipated growing up. Do I have or own denim shorts? No. No. Absolutely not. I don't know that I own any denim jeans in 2025, honestly. Now that I think about it. This is where I go up this way, right? Yeah. I'm a swim trunks guy. Yeah. These days, I'm a uniform guy. And so I find something I like, I just buy like 6 of them, and then that's just all I wear, which is why you see me wear a white t-shirt every day. And in the winter, I'll wear a black t-shirt every day. That's when you know the seasons have changed, when I switch from white to black. And then I just switch from they're not even I did do nothing but swim trunks for like 3 years there, but now I'm just doing like Nike running shorts or like just Nike athletic shorts. I find those are pretty lightweight and nice and inoffensive. And then in winter, I will trade those shorts in for pants. The same pair of Carhartt pants that I've been wearing for 10 years, probably. Although I've been wearing other stuff lately, but it's all just other pants that look like those Carhartt pants, but because I can't buy them anymore because they don't make the style anymore. I'm telling you, save yourself a lot of mental hassle, make your life easier. Go down to Michael's or Joann's Fabric, or I can't recommend Hobby Lobby because of their politics, but a place like that, and walk in, go to the fashion shirt section, and buy yourself an entire wardrobe of white or black. They even have other colors. They have like blue, and they have all the colors of the rainbow for $3 each. You can buy an entire wardrobe, upper body wardrobe for $21 out of Michael's, and those shirts will all last you about a year. You know. And if you know, this is some Monty stuff I recognize, but this is where I agree with Monty. If you know what you're going to wear when you wake up, when you go to bed the next day, you know what you're going to wear the next day because you wear the same thing every day. Life is real simple. Life is real simple. I recommend the brand Weatherproof Vintage for work pants. I wear them every day. There you go. Mark would know, too. Mark's out in the elements every day, busting his ass. Mark's doing that good work. All students should have them. It just, yeah. I mean, I love expressing individuality and stuff, but I think the way I want to express my individuality in 50 is by how fucking easy it is from day to day. Why am I having trouble keeping this in my head today? There we go. I'm not going to look at the map again. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Had Wrangler pocket tees, and I ended up buying 5 of them. A lot of my pants I buy at Costco now. Like, they had some, like, really lightweight Levi, not jeans, but, like, Levi pants that, almost like work pants, but, like, really light, like, summer weight. And I bought a couple of pairs of those right before the end of the winter, and those are pretty solid. And they were like $25 each or something. Yeah, Costco has weatherproof vintage, I think. I think I've seen them there. Thanks, my childhood man. Dickies pants. In my younger punk rock days, Dickies were the pants to wear. All right. I'll just go around. I was going to cut straight through, but I'll just go around. Levi's are pricey unless you get them on sale at Costco for $25 or whatever. I hear if you're really into denim, apparently Japanese Levi's are the way to go. They're still made there, and apparently when they upgraded all their equipment in the U.S., they sent all the old stuff to Japan, and so Japan still makes. They're really into. What is it? Selvedge? Is that what it's called? Selvedge jeans, and so they still make the Levi's that are made in Japan are supposedly made a lot better. And there's ways to tell and get them from Japan, but supposedly those are the ones you want. Didn't get up on that platform. Okay. Japanese denim is expensive, yeah, because of the quality, I think. It's because of the quality you can't get in the States anymore. This will probably work. Let's do it here. Hell yeah. Done. Just like that.
Work. You managed that before my third coffee.
No, I want coffee. Well, that was our only side mission. Transport cargoes with repair materials to the concrete plant. Provide assistance to the production facilities. Repair power lines. Wow, you are in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's going to be... Oh, I've already been here. I was going to say, that's going to be a lot of road building, but I've already done it. I built all this for that a while ago. I think those things are... How big are we talking? Are those muleable? I bet they're not. I don't want to drive the mule all the way over there and find out they're not muleable. Maybe we'll do... What is this? Clear the area? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, the C3PO Golden Dick, yeah. So I can't clear anything out with that. Okay. Cool. It's those big ass fucking... We'll see how this goes. Why'd they give you that crane if you can't fucking use it? How does that make any sense? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, see, none of this is even attachable. So it's not like I can push it forward. That stuff's all stuck to the ground. So it was useless on that side, and now it's going to be useless over here. So what was the fucking point of it? Take a break off. It's a funny card. It's a little expensive now. Are you fucking serious? Can I just push them out of the way? No. Where am I going to put these things? All right. This is the game. This is the game I like. This is what I like. I like this. Stop being annoyed with it. It can't all be the most exciting levels. Missions. 1 week away from a Gerpler drop. Very excited for next Friday's stream. We were planning it a little bit yesterday, and I think it's going to be great. Hopefully, everybody who wants a Gerpler gets one. We've done our damnedest to buy. That's fine. We've done our damnedest to buy as many as we could. It was an article. The manual car thing was an article I read on Reddit about manufacturing cars in the U.S. And then a bunch of people listed manual cars that exist in other countries that I've never heard of and said, but what about this one? And what about this one? And I go, yeah, okay. In your country, I think they still do. But the article I read was like there's only going to be one in 2026. There's only going to be one manual car you buy in America. What is going on? Oh. Stop. Why is he... Oh, I'm on that fucking light pole. Well, that's great. No, I know. I've just been hearing about it a bunch. And it's like... people keep talking about, like, what about the flippy jab? And I'm like, I don't know what a flippy jab... we don't have that in the States. We don't have flippy jabs. So I can't buy that car. This doesn't go up. I have no interest in making this look good. Just FYI. I just want to get this shit out of the way. But don't get me wrong. If we had a flippy jab in the States, I'd consider buying it. You feel like a boomer not knowing what a Gerpler is? A Gerpler is a cup that we sell at regulation probably twice a year, hopefully more. But this is the second one we've sold this year, and it is a plastic cup. Here's what it comes from. The name comes from, just so you understand the reference, the name comes from an episode of Fuckface where we tried to create a new color. And Andrew came up with the idea of Gerpel, a color that's somewhere between green and purple, which is silly and fun. And, of course, there's a million examples of people also using the word Gerpel in the world we've discovered. So we get sent them all, and it's hilarious. Andrew's Gerpel. And then we had another conversation much later about how I bumped my tooth on a glass, and I was bitching about how I hate glass, how glass is an imperfect vessel for drinking out of, because you're putting a cuttable material to your lips, and it's hard and unforgiving, and you can bang as I did that day, bang your tooth on it, and it fucking smarts. And so I was bitching about that, and I was saying that we should invent there's got to be a better way, right? And so we got into a discussion about what the best cup is in the world, and we decided that essentially the cups you had at pizza restaurants in the 80s, the red plastic cups, were the best cups on earth. And so we were like, actually what we said was we should invent a better cup. And then we decided that the best cup already exists, the perfect cup already exists in that, and so we made our version of it, and we called it the Gerpler because we decided the only way to improve a pizza cup is to make it bigger, right? So that you could gulp out of it better. You want to get more gulping. And saying that made me think that gulp sounds like Gerp. And so instead of calling it the Gulper, we called it the Gerpler because we thought that would be funny. And it, caught on and stuck, and people liked it. The Gerpler single-handedly changed my life. It warms my heart how much people actually do enjoy the Gerpler, because I do too. I love it. As a matter of fact, here. This is the old fuckface Gerpler. This is the green one. I think maybe the last one we released before we got shit canned. You can see right here. Genge. That's a Gerpler that can never be used because it holds the official amount of each person's swallow or mouth size. That's the Gerpler we used to test our mouth size to see who had the biggest mouth, which was Eric, I believe. He could hold the most water in his mouth. The throatler, yeah. The last one was purple and green. Might have been. We definitely did make that one. Yeah, there was a black release. The black release was regulation, not fuckface. That was the first regulation Gerpler. Ah, it's stuck. Cool. Okay. Well, what's that? What's that right there? The little Easter egg? No, it's just a chair that looks lit up, but it's not. Just a plastic chair. Okay, just getting that out of the way. Ay, ay, ay. Well, vicarious anxiety. Yeah, we bought 10,000 Gerplers of the new Cosmic Gerp. We've been affectionately calling it here. Something needs to go there. What needs to go there? Huh. Where's that at? No. Got any bases close to that? Yeah. Oh, what are you? Dump truck. Not what I need. I'm going to deliver one of these, and then I'm going to call it, I think, because I have to take a brutal shit, I'm sensing. Just got to run into this guy first. Have you ever listened to the Lex and Terry morning show? No, I never have. Never heard of them. Have I seen the Jawbreakers doing a tour this year? I have. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go see them at Riot Fest. I bought tickets to Riot Fest this year because a bunch of my specific favorite bands are playing there, including Jawbreaker, but also the band that I'm really the most excited to see. And I would have bought the ticket just for them. This band I like called Pegboy is playing. Chicago band that's, essentially retired. But I'm very excited to see Jawbreaker. But I've seen Jawbreaker a bunch. I've seen them 3 or 4 times. It'll be great, but I'm really, really, really excited to see Pegboy, who I've also seen a bunch, but not since I know the last time I saw Pegboy. I think the last time I saw Pegboy was 2001, maybe. Yeah. I was going to say 99, but I think 2001. 2000, maybe. Yeah. Where am I going again? Over here. I'll take this right. See ya, Ricky. Do I have any good stories about Streetlight Manifesto? I don't have any stories about Streetlight Manifesto. I've never even seen them perform. That was a band that was created when Thomas left Catch-22, and I was in Catch-22. I was a Catch-22 roadie, so I was not that it was really required or anything. I liked Thomas a lot. We were friends, but I was more on the side of Catch-22. I didn't want him to quit and leave the band and that whole thing, and so at the time I was a little bummed about it, but he was doing what he needed to do. He was following his path, and they went on to have a great, successful career without him, so it all worked out for everybody. But yeah, I've never actually seen Streetlight, and I have not talked to Thomas. I think I talked to him once, maybe 3 or 4 years after he left, about some internet stuff maybe, but I don't even remember. Like giving him passwords to a web store or something maybe. I don't maybe, that doesn't sound right. I don't remember why I would have talked to him, but I feel like I only talked to him maybe once. I've never heard of the Rock Guts, I'm sorry. We could sell a measly 330,000 Gerplers in just 8 hours. Yeah. Unfortunately, the fucking bill to buy 330,000 Gerplers is well, it'd be well over $1 million. That bill. Am I fucking this up? Big time. Okay, take a left here. It's about time. Get one for your wife as a surprise. I hope you'll be able to. I sincerely do. I hate that. I mean, I love the idea of making something that sells out in a minute or under, But I hate the idea of people wanting one and not being able to get it. That's like the opposite of what we're trying to do. It's just the demand for those things it's a great problem to have, right? The demand is intense. The demand is it's 10. Makes it hard to plan other merch because the demand for the Gerpler is 10 times higher than any other product we've ever sold. But as a small independent company, we can only take so much risk, especially in the first I was going to say in the first year. Yeah, we're out of our first year, but we ordered these Gerplers well within the first year, so. Nope. I could probably cram both of those bad boys in there, you think? I'm not going to do it, though. For stream. Never in my life did I think I'd be so excited for a cup. Never in my life did I think people would be so excited for a cup. I'm right there with you. Boy, am I honored and blown away and appreciative that they are, though. Well, what does that get me? It gets me to there. Oh, yeah, we'll just bomb the hill, huh? How back did that go? You'll buy every Gerpler we make? Well, I want to keep making them, so. Essentially what we do is when we sell one is we... okay, sorry, just paying attention to this. Oh, that's what I was... Something seemed wrong to me, and I couldn't figure it out. That's what it was. I didn't have my cargo strapped. I knew just something didn't look right, and I didn't know what it was. Essentially, what we do is we'll take the money from the Gerpler sale, and we'll just put it towards the next order of Gerplers. You know? And so if they sell out in 2 or 3 minutes again, and then we have a bunch of people that are upset that they didn't get Gerplers, rightly so, then we will have enough money in the bank to invest in the next round of Gerplers, which will be bigger, you know, or until we find the sweet spot of how many to order where everybody that wants one can get one, and there's still a few left in the store for the people that were out of town or don't get paid till the next Friday. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it would be ideal if the Gerpler stayed in stock for a week. But we do need to sell them all. Like, that is an important part of it. Made to order is definitely not possible. That's not how these things are done. That would also be a hell of a... I mean, we're getting these in... These will go on sale on August 1st. We ordered them in April. You know, March or April. Takes time. Takes a lot of time. And that's what's frustrating and difficult about the planning of it all is during that time... Am I going the wrong way? Yeah. During that time, all of your money is tied up in a product that you can't sell or recoup the money for. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a stressful, difficult thing. All right, I'm going to go up this way. Go the right way. Fuck pre-sales. Pre-sales are a nightmare. They were so complicated and caused such a customer service nightmare when we would do it at Rooster Teeth. Imagine selling 10,000 Gerplers 2 months before they came out, and then fielding the emails and like calls and comments from 4,000 people asking where the fuck their Gerpler is, even though you told them it was going to be out in 60 days. Or God forbid, you take somebody's money to build it, to buy a Gerpler, and you tell them they'll have it in 60 days, and then there's a shipping problem or a tariff issue or some sort of a political football that gets moved and some bullshit happens, and then suddenly you can't deliver that thing on time, and then you have to alert 10,000 people that their order is going to be late. It is just, I'm telling you, it sucks. There was a time in Rooster Teeth when a brief period of time when I was at my unhappiest, probably, which was when I was running the store near the end before we ended up hiring a full fucking team to do it, when I was our store customer service, which usually was a nightmare, but not the end of the world. But one Christmas, the last Christmas I did it before we hired Emily McBride and all those people, I was our customer service, and I got on Christmas Eve. I was at my in-laws. I got 107 phone calls on Christmas Eve from customers asking where their packages were and why they didn't have them in time. Rightly so, by the way. They had every right to ask that. But I spent an entire Christmas Eve in Oregon, I believe I was, just on the phone apologizing to people and trying to run their orders down. 107 calls in one day. And I just, as a 5-person company, we just can't. This thing does something that's so fucking annoying to maneuver. I'm trying to do this without moving my truck again, and it's just harder than you would think. I'm going to have to move my truck again. You want to help people, but your hands are tied. Yeah, exactly. You want to help people, and they're frustrated, understandably, and upset, understandably, because you sold them something, and now they don't have it. And all the excuses in the world don't put it in their hands, you know? And to do that on a scale of something like a Gerpler gives me nightmares. All right, let's see how we end the day. We did a mission and a half. We won't get any credit for that half mission, but we'll get credit for the one. I think we were in the low 70s before, maybe, when we started today. Thanks for the sub. I shot kill. A one shot, one kill. 76%. All right, man, we're burning through this map. It's only taken us I think we've been on this map almost the entire time I've been streaming. Actually. What was the worst packs? Oh, okay. I'm going to answer this question for you, Mark, and then I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Who's the worst package distributional service? DHL, UPS, or FedEx? I have an answer for you. In my experience running the store at Rooster Teeth and being a consumer of products, DHL is a piece of shit. Allegedly. Don't sue me, but I have never had a good experience with DHL. They were always a nightmare. They were hard to contact. The customer service was terrible. The service was terrible. And I hear it's better outside of the States. I hear like DHL outside of the U.S. is a different animal, but the DHL that runs in the U.S. just no thank you. Said it was a shit show? Yeah. It might not be bad now, but it definitely was when I had to deal with them all the time. All right, I got to take off, y'all. Have a great day. I'll see you at 4 o'clock on the Regulation Podcast Twitch channel for the big everybody stream today. 4 p.m. Central Time to 5:01. Ring in the best part of the week with us. Don't forget, and listen to the Regulation Podcast. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.